Pope Francis is now en route to Baghdad. Why is this trip so important for the Pope, and also why now?
Well, essentially, in this trip, Pope Francis will be the first Pope to ever visit Iraq. I mean, back in 1999, Pope John Paul II at the time wanted to make this trip, but at that time, the talks broke down with the then Iraqi leader, Saddam Hussein, and so he was unable to make that trip. And then Pope Benedict XVI was also invited back in 2008, but the security situation wasn't good enough for him to go, considering the war and so on. And so essentially he didn't make that trip. So in doing this trip right now, Pope Francis will become the first Pope to visit Iraq. And it's very significant in terms of reassuring that minority Christian community in the country, one of the oldest Christian communities in the world. We've seen the numbers dwindle over so many decades. And he has said, even if they can see the Pope on TV in their own country, it will be a strong message of reassurance. The other issue that he wants to do this visit is really to promote the idea of interfaith dialogue, something that's very important to Pope Francis. It's the birthplace of Abraham in Iraq. That is a prophet revered both throughout the monotheistic religions, whether it's Judaism, Christianity, or Islam. And there will be a very important meeting with the Grand Ayatollah Ali al-Sistani. Now, he is an important leader for Shia Islam and Shia Muslims, and he will be having this meeting in the holy city of Najaf. So very important and significant meetings for him. And I think for him, it was an important visit to carry out.
And Seema, this visit, of course, we can't forget, does come in the midst of a global pandemic. How's that going to be impacting this trip?
Well, what the authorities at the Vatican have said is that they are putting in place very clear measures. They want to make sure that this is a sober visit, that the appropriate social distancing measures are put in place, and all safety measures are put in place. Everyone traveling with the Pope and his entire entourage have been vaccinated. They have taken the anti-COVID-19 vaccine. But the concern is, of course, with the people in Iraq and them seeing the Pope. So, for instance, he will be celebrating a mass in a stadium. The numbers have been cut drastically to ensure that there's social distancing, and they will be making sure that they can contact trace everyone that is present at that stadium. On top of that, the Pope is said to be traveling in a covered car. He's not going to be in an open vehicle like he has been in the past. And so they're hoping to cut the number of people as a result. That said, though, there is concern about having this visit at this time, not just because of the pandemic, but also because of security concerns. Just on Wednesday, there was a rocket attack at a base that is hosting US-led troops. And so there is concern about security concerns, but also the pandemic. But what the Vatican officials have said is that they've put in place all health precautions, and they've said that you have to view this visit as an act of love. And when it comes to an act of love, that can be interpreted in situations of as an extreme act of love. And so perhaps that is why Pope Francis has decided to go ahead with this 4-day visit to Iraq.
Seema Gupta in Rome, thank you very much.